Alright, hello everybody. In this video I'm going to be going over a Logisim creation. It's a reader board, actually I'll reset this, and it'll print out whatever keyboard input that you type in here. So I'm going to go ahead and head up here. I'll set the tick frequency to 16 Hertz, and then I'll enable the clock, and I'll go ahead and type some examples. That was meant to say duty, but whatever. Okay. So in terms of functionality, we have letters A through Z that can be input to this. And then we have the extra characters such as period, exclamation point, comma, space, and question mark. Numbers can also be added. It's just a question on where I want to, or if I want to actually add them into the character storage, because that's a bit of effort to do, given that I'm actually programming in all of the data for each letter or each character. So I haven't done that yet, but it's easily doable. And yeah, of course the speed that this cycles through is all dependent on the clock. There's no external timer or anything to compare it to. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through this real quick. So we start with the keyboard input. You'll type a character. That character value is then sent out via this output line right here, the ASCII value for it. And then it heads to this module, the sub-module that I have, the sub-circuit. What's in here? It basically is it's a form of ROM, I guess you could say. But basically, I'm comparing it to these constant values that I have saved in here, which are the ASCII values for whatever character. And if those are matching, then we'll send out the address for that character. So it just points to the address location, so that way we can start loading that into the registers. Okay, so that address data, or address location, is loaded into the address counter. This will cycle through given that we are saving each character, or we're loading each character into the registers column by column. We'll need at least 4 memory locations, 3 to 4 memory locations to show the characters. So that address counter counts through this, and when it hits the FF stop code, we'll reload, or we'll load the next character, and we'll reset the address counter. Okay, so like I said, there's 3 or 4 columns per character, and that cycles through. We'll load one value into register 1 or register 0, and this clock will have this cycle through because this is essentially a big shift register. Each register is 8 bits, and there's 32 registers corresponding to the 13 columns on the display. And we'll see here, I'll load a character, and that character will, I think, be 4 columns long. I'll load A, and you'll see that those 4 columns are then shifted through these registers until it hits the end of the screen. Okay, so that's kind of the idea of how this works. I'll quickly show how characters are stored, and then we'll call it a video. So I actually made this graphic right here. So basically, how we're saving this in memory, if you look at the ROM location 0, 0, or 0, 1, this is the A value, or this is the A data. 7E corresponds to the first line right here. 90 corresponds to this, 90 corresponds to this line, and 7E then corresponds to this bar again. And B is the next one, so B is FE92926C. And how we derive that is on the right. We basically look at the first column that we want to load into this this big shift register. The first value will be whatever pixels are on here. We'll convert that into a hex value, and that hex value is what we type into this character data memory. So you'll just see here we have 1111, that corresponds to F in hex, 1110, which corresponds to E, and that's the first column. So we'll load that, we'll type that in here, FE, And next to we have 1001, 0010, which corresponds to 92. Then we have another 92, and then we have 6C. So those are the values that we type in here, and FF is then the trigger to go to the next character. Okay, so that's how that works. So I'll go ahead and type, I'll type the whole alphabet out just so you can see each character, and then I'll end the video. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, yeah, like I said, thanks for watching.